99.99% of top international candidates I work with land their dream jobs from offshore. That is, from a distance, without ever applying for jobs online. Now, here is what they do. Number one, they find their top ideal employers in the destination country that they want to work for. And yes, this requires a lot of research. Now, for immigrants, these mostly need to be approved sponsors who can employ immigrants. And usually, this is public information. Now, if they are in the elite program with me, I find these employers for them in their destination country, or in the job search for $25 program, I show them how to find these employers themselves. Either way, it always starts with finding their ideal employers. Below this video is a link to see the details of both these programs. And then number two, then they create a profile that demonstrates their value and showcases their skills. This is not just a normal profile with normal lists of skills. This is demonstrating, letting them rise above global competitors, and also, very importantly, matching the requirements of the jobs that they are targeting and the employers that they are targeting. And because of their research, they now know what these requirements are. Number three, then they implement a range of alternative advanced strategies that most candidates who chase jobs by just applying online never get to. Now, these strategies gets them shoulder taps. So it's a 180-degree turnaround of strategy without applying for jobs online. And that is, they get approached by these international employers. And usually they have multiple offers where they are the only candidate. And this puts them in the best bargaining position to obviously negotiate the best package. These strategies include things that are other than applying online. For example, direct approaches to more than 100 of these targeted employers that we have found for them in the Elite One-on-One program. And they do this from a distance. This means getting their value profiles into the talent pools of these employers without applying for jobs online. And that's those value profiles that we have built for them. And also, they find then inside those employers 100 to 500 connections, and they build an audience of decision makers inside these employers. Now, these decision makers see their value, see their amazing profile, and they also engage and interact with these people in a very strategic way. Now, this does not mean that they send them their CVs, but instead they build meaningful relationships with these connections. And that means that these hiring managers start trusting them and become familiar with them. Now, this adds to their credibility, and it builds trust, which get them referrals and recommendations on top of these approaches, and of these opportunities that are never advertised. Now, imagine if you are approached by employers and you get recommendations and referrals. Now, thirdly, some of their profiles grow onto such assets that it takes a life of its own. It is so influential and it is so impressive, and they have such a large audience that they consistently influence this network that they have built and become the most visible and the most valuable candidates, and obviously consistently get offers and approaches without ever asking. This becomes like a snowball effect working for them in the future. So, do you want to be approached and land an international job without applying online, potentially implementing some of these strategies that I'm talking about? So if you're interested in working with me, there are two ways in which I can help you. Go to elitecareermentor.com and see the 2 ways how I can help you. I basically have 2 programs where I offer these services, either helping people one-on-one or teaching them all these principles and strategies. The link to see both these services is in the first comment below this video.